So Windhorst, like, he clearly knew that the Rudy Gobert trade was going down, but didn't want to break the news on ESPN.
Why?
I don't know, because sometimes guys just want to know stuff and not break stuff, I guess. So he was being like,
what world are you living in?
Because that's not like his deal. He's not like a Woj. He's not like Shams, where he like lives to break news. Like, you know, so he's doing this. He's doing First Take, and the first thing that happened with all this Kevin Durant madness was the Jazz traded Royce O'Neal. It was like their best wing defender, close with Donovan Mitchell. They got a first round pick for him. And so Danny Ainge, a lot of people feel like Danny Ainge is like recreating what he did in Boston after the end of the Big Three era. Like he was where he traded Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett to the Nets, got a haul of picks, brought in, overrated Brad Stevens, and thinks he's going to start all over again. So Windhorst has wind of this, and he's just being very coy around the First Take test, but he won't say anything. Like he continues playing cat and mouse with him. Like he's just like, I know something, but I'm not going to tell you. Here is Windhorst.
It was a trade yesterday between the Utah Jazz and the Brooklyn Nets. It's a very strange trade. Very strange trade. And you'd really have to be a Jazz or a Nets fan to even know what I'm talking about right now.
Okay.
I don't even know if you guys know what I'm talking about.
I have Woj's notifications turned on, but I don't remember this.
They traded Royce O'Neal, who is a role-playing three-point defensive shooter, to Brooklyn for a future first-round draft pick. And so you're going, well, what do you care about Royce O'Neal? Why does that matter? Why would the Jazz do that? Why would the Jazz, who have 2 stars on their roster, take a player who's one of their starters and best defensive players and trade him in a salary dumping move? Why would they do that?
To open up space to try to land Kevin?
No. What's going on in Utah?
What's going on?
And that's what people in the league are watching right now.
Okay.
What's going on in Utah?
Okay.
It's a very strange trade.
Say something! I'm annoyed and I already know the answer.
By the way, I cut that in half because that was He went twice as long as that, but for our sake,
you're trying to like, what the hell, Wendy?
What's going on in Utah? I don't know, Brian. Why don't you tell me?
So let me get before I just absolutely blast him.
Yeah.
Is it possible that he was doing one of his guys a solid by letting them break the news because that's what they do?
Maybe that's the thing.
Because guess what? Anybody else got that information? They're going with it.
You think that's like a power thing? Hey, listen, Woj breaks the news.
Maybe he's just doing the solid. It's like, it's like you have a chance for a dunk and you drop it off to your big man and let him slam it. Reward him for running the court.
What's going on in Utah?
Now, he was kind of. Now, I'm going to say this. Dude was creepy, even though I understand maybe what he was trying to do.
Yeah.
But they bring him on First Take to pick his brain about the NBA.
It was a little something windy.
And he flipped it. And now he's asking, Malika, what's going on in Utah?
What's going on? What's happening there?
Right.
So,
and they respond, clearing space for Kevin Durant? No.
And he puts the finger up. No.
Right. So at this point, they're probably whispering each other. Like, what the hell?
Talking about?
Yeah. So who broke the news?
I don't even know who broke the news. It's funny. Marcos broke the news to me. I don't even know who broke it to. Who did you see it from, Marcos? To Shams?
Yeah, I think I saw it on
Bleacher Report. I was like napping or something like that. I woke up, I'm like, Rudy Gobert got traded.
Napping?
Just strange.
Yeah, I was napping or something like that.
It was Bleacher Report or something like that where I saw it.
Your wife had the kids and take them somewhere? You were just napping with your kids? And
I was just napping. I took a nap. Yeah, it was a.
The best is
it's a grueling 1-day work week.
Hey, the best thing is like when you convince your kid it's nap time and y'all take a nap together. Because you realize you don't have to keep an eye on that one.
I think my kids are at the age now where I can take a nap, and I'm like, listen, if something wrong happens, come get daddy. Otherwise, watch Teen Titans.
No, not me. But Like I do it. I may have nail polish. I may have like like my daughter's like, "Ooh, mommy, this would be cool."
So, all right. So the Jazz send Rudy Gobert off to Minnesota for a heap of picks. This Danny Ainge bastard. So this leaves a couple of things that are interesting for the Heat, where they're in a holding pattern right now, it seems, because one, they're either going to trade for Kevin Durant, two, they're going to trade for Donovan Mitchell, or three, they're going to strike out. And a lot of Heat fans are freaking out right now because they're like, well, what are we going to do with the four? And I'm laughing at it a little bit because I love that this is the fan base that is like, yeah, Riley, sharpen the harpoons, go for whales, get the stars. But what if we miss out on Otto Porter? What are you doing? Gussy up, Heat fans. Don't start telling me about third-rate power forwards you're worried that are going to sit there for this regular season. First of all, it's not like the Heat can't make a trade, okay? That's not the rules. Like, if the Heat don't get Kevin Durant and don't get Donovan Mitchell, it's not like illegal for them to go trade for a power forward. So you guys need to get a hold of yourselves. This is like a once in a franchise opportunity, or in this case, a twice in a franchise opportunity. If you're really in the game for Kevin Durant, you take your damn time, you go get Kevin Durant. If you're really in the game for Donovan Mitchell, you go try and get Donovan Mitchell. You don't blow that up for Otto Porter Jr. Sorry.
So why are you so upset that Minnesota did it?
Oh, because that's a ridiculous haul for Rudy Gobert. That's a Kevin Durant haul. You don't do that. That's irresponsible from Minnesota. It's irresponsible.
But you just said if that's the guy you want, then go get him.
Dude, the guy they want is Rudy Gobert. The guy we want is mother bleeping Kevin Durant. What are we talking about? Stop making the same argument.
Another man's trash is another man's treasure.
That's a terrible analogy.
You don't know how much they value Rudy Gobert. Now that portion of the story could be idiotic. But if they value him, why not go after him?
Leroy, at one point the Heat valued Hassan Whiteside at $100 million. How'd that work out?
But at the time, you didn't have a problem with it.
Well, they lost to you, Wade.
You didn't have a problem with it.
That also, by the way, was the last summer the Heat went after Kevin Durant.
Right.
Hey, Kevin, you ever hear about this center we got? He talks to fish.
I mean, what's worse, talking to fish or just not showing up?
Who are you referring to there? Are you talking to Ben Simmons?
Kevin Durant. I mean, Kyrie.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's the thing that was also funny is like I like the fact that the Lakers and the Nets are back engaged in talks for Kyrie Irving. I'm like, weren't they engaged in talks like 3 weeks ago? Like now that like are they finally gonna be like, fine, we'll trade your Russell Westbrook for Kyrie Irving? Like, is that what's just gonna eventually happen?
Maybe here. Here's what I think happened. Kyrie opts in, KD requests a trade, and they go, all right, let's just tear it down. Right? Because Kyrie without Durant, now you're paying $40+ million or $36 million just for a guy to play basketball. It actually has no meaning. So if you can get something for KD and then you can get something for Kyrie, you might be able to pull 5-6 first rounders out of these two.
Some of this stuff
and you start over.
Some of this stuff's just been weird though. Like I saw a report this week that was like Kevin Durant only wants to be on the Miami Heat.
That's a lie.
Yes. Hold on. The report was Kevin Durant only wants to play for the Miami Heat if the roster has Kyle Lowry, Jimmy Butler, and Bam Adebayo.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, let's just say that's true. Then that means one of two things. Either Kevin Durant doesn't want to be on the Miami Heat, or that's just complete bullshit. Because like somebody who throws that report out there, that's either like them saying, Kevin Durant, not that into coming to the Miami Heat, or it's a lie because like you literally can't make the trade if one of those guys isn't traded. It's impossible. Can't do it. Like somebody of those three guys, and obviously you look at it, it's pretty obvious which one they would want to do. Has to be gone in a Kevin Durant trade. But I think we're just so thirsting for Kevin Durant updates. They're like, well, he'd come to Miami, but got to have Lowry, Bam, and Jimmy. They all got to be there. Otherwise, not interested. It's like, oh, really?
Well, because it's all about winning. And if you trade your whole team and no roster, he's basically in that spot now.
Okay, but he has to also realize, like, you can't trade him for 50 minimum guys. Like, that's not how it works.
All right.
So, like, I saw that. I was just like, that just seems like a report that's killing time. Like, hey, let me just throw something out there. Don't buy it. Sorry. I do believe like he wouldn't want to come to the Miami Heat if Bam wasn't here. Because I do, like, to a degree, I understand what you're saying. But I don't believe that's all three of them. Like, he has to realize, like, I make $45 million. Like, somebody with a lot of money has to get traded for me. It can't just be I get traded for Strus, Yurtsevin, and Gabe Vincent. That's not how it works. Maybe he does think that's how it works, but I don't. I think Kevin Durant's gotten the rundown on that. But it's been odd. Like, there's been no updates with the Suns either. The only thing that we got
dogs and stuff.
What?
Just
do you
what
think
I
that?
said.
You think that the Suns? You think James Jones was hung up watching Joey Chestnut this weekend?
No, I think that everybody said, "Hey, let's give this a break until Tuesday."
Interesting. So they run like us.
Yeah, pretty much. But look, that is going to determine what team he goes to, right? Based on how many players you have to give up. I thought the first guy to go would be Mikal Bridges. Right, which is still possible, but who knows?
Yeah, well, he's not. If they're gonna trade him, Bridges is definitely gonna be in the deal. But the thing that is interesting about it is the Ayton thing, because it's like,
yeah, what I don't understand.
Like, nobody really signed him, so it kind of makes you feel like, okay, something's probably happening there. But that's a weird thing, because it's like, well, do the Nets definitely want DeAndre Ayton? Because it sounds like they don't.
Doesn't sound. I'm having a hard time trying to figure out why does nobody want him.
Telling you, man, it's a centers thing. Like, it's something weird about some 7-footers. It's weird. You love 7-footers, but a lot of them are a little quirky.
No. It's not that I love them. I just think if you find a good one, right, he can complement a lot of what you're doing during those times of need.
Tobin, you look like you're engaged in something serious.
So yeah, somebody sent me. Well, I get videos sent to me on Twitter all the time, and somebody is sending me a video of somebody shooting threes, but I don't know who it is. I'm guessing it's Bam because it's guy wearing Air Jordans and his hands look like Bam. So
his hands.
For some reason,
hands look like.
It's like the only person I could guess, because I don't know why else anybody would send me another video of somebody shooting threes, but they don't show their head. Like, it's literally just their legs, their hands. There's no face. I can't see the face.
Yeah, but the Jordans thing, that's a good pickup, because I know he is signed to Jordan.
Yeah, I don't know. But I think Bam's in England right now.
Huh.
Yeah, he's tweeting.
He could be shooting threes anywhere, dude.
He could be shooting threes. Do they have basketball gyms in England?
No basketball hoops.
I don't think they do.
Not even one.
Does anybody from England play basketball?
They don't even know what it is.
Where's that?
Who's the guy who used to always be on Dan's show? He came out.
John Amici.
Yeah. England. He's English.
All right. So they gotta have one hoop.
I think he went to school in Illinois, though.
It's at his house.
I think he went to Illinois.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know what Bam's doing. He's doing the annoying Jimmy Butler thing where he's like on Instagram and he's just doing close-ups of food and locations. Like, he did Domino's. Like, I don't know if he's doing a bit where he's making fun of Jimmy Butler. Yeah, because this is exactly how Jimmy Butler does Instagram.
Domino's also.
He did Domino's also.
Yeah, that has to be.
He has to be making fun of Jimmy Butler. Like, because he's just doing close-up videos of where he's at and then close-ups of his food, which is exactly how Jimmy Butler does Instagram. It's like, you wake up, Jimmy Butler will give you the 3 songs he's listening to, then a croissant, then a parfait, then it's like 3 beauty shots. He could be, I don't know, anywhere in New York, or he could be traveling the world, and then it's like his dinner, and then it's a big face coffee, and then we start the day over again. Like that's how Jimmy Butler does Instagram. And it feels like Bam is either copying him as a bit or he's just decided, you know what? I like how Jimmy does Instagram. I'm going to do it. And I think he's in England because he has, it looks like he's in England. Like it's at a hotel. It looks like England.
I think he's in England because it looks like he's in England.
It looks like he's in England. So he has like, one of his pictures is like the Queen of England, you know, so I think he's in England. I don't know.
Would you think he had tea and crumpets with her? What the hell?
Or welcome on
So
board,
if I can put a picture of the
in
Queen
England.
up. Dude,
What?
she has been the queen for a long time.
I know it's probably time to hang it up.
Is she the last queen? Are we done with queens? Is that
No.
I don't think so.
there's gonna be
No.
I don't know who the next guy is though.
Oh, nice.
You know, I don't know who gets next.
She's
in line.
been, I mean, what, 70 plus years?
Yeah, crazy. But yeah, Bam sounded a little bit weird. He was in Nashville recently. He was at NASCAR. I was just talking to TC. TC saw him from Kiss Country. He saw Bam at NASCAR. Bam took a picture with Sheamus from WWE.
Wow.
So wait,
And
so
met
TC
Bubba Wallace.
TC was at the race too, or
He was at the race too. He was in Nashville too.
Man.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like a big race. I don't know how.
I tell you
NASCAR
what.
works. I don't know.
Here's what I've realized about racing in general, whether it's IndyCar, NASCAR, right, Truck Series. I've been to like 3 of them, I think. The excitement of the actual event is bigger than the event.
Like just the atmosphere.
Yes. Because they have to tell you who's leading, because they're all going around in circles and you can't tell like who's lap traffic or whatever. They just have to, you look at the board and they tell you who's in first.
Right.
But other than that, it's all the other stuff going on around it.
I wouldn't mind going. When is Homestead? When is that normally at? I've never been
there no more, I don't think.
They don't?
And then they move it.
I don't know. Dude, do I look like I know? I don't know. Actually, I probably do look like I know, but I don't know.
They do.
All right.
It will be taking place on October 23rd.
Hey, Jay Fink says he looks like he's in England because he's in England. Hey, you know how you start you start a comment.
Well, I didn't know
you don't quite know how to wrap it up.
I didn't know, J Fig. I'm sorry. You know,
words. Yes. Words. It's like
good for Bam.
Your brain sends down the thought process. Your mouth is working behind schedule because of COVID, right? And it can't catch up to what your brain's sending down there. So you just wrap it up.
Well, no, I was like watching him on the ground, like, I think he's in England, but I didn't know for sure. Like, it was just glamour shots, and there was a British flag there, but there was also a Canadian flag and an American flag. And I was like, I think he's in England. I don't know. And then he puts the Queen of England. I'm like, he's got to be in England.
Does he?
Yeah, I think so.
Really good work. Solid detective work.
J Fig's looking at us like we're a bunch of idiots.
J Fig?
J Fig? I don't know.
Oh, okay. So she has this thing going on with her computer. This happened last week where she'll join and she won't be able to hear us, even though we can hear her. So she'll disconnect and come out. But the 2 times she did it last week, she kind of hung up on Dono's face. Like Dono asked her a question and she was like, "Can't hear you. Bye."
Oh, well. Hit the ID there, NASCAR.
The Ticket is the home of every Miami Heat game. WAXY South Miami and WSFS HD2 Miramar. An Odyssey station.
In pain, avoid surgery and steroids. Call QC Kinetics for a free consultation. 954-787-PAIN.
Also, headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Supercenter. What about your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford, we know trucks. Marlins, they swept the Nationals. That's what they do. They are now 2 games under 500. Marlins even made the wild card list on ESPN today. They're like, hey, and that wild card watch, Marlins 4 games back. I was like,
are they halfway yet?
Halfway
should be just about right. Everybody's in the midway point.
Nah, well, I feel like we did this recently. I don't think they are halfway yet. I think this not quite.
Is the All-Star game like halfway, or is that like a little bit?
It's
All-Star game soon. All-Star game soon.
It doesn't. They don't call it
But it sucks because it seems like Jazz was a finalist for starting, but it sounds like he's not going to be able to play.
What?
Because he's got the back injury.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
they're all that damn bouncing around, Jazz.
They'll be
keep it professional. You could play more.
They'll be officially halfway this week, Leroy. They are 78 games in.
Okay.
So close.
Right. So they got games in hand because there's a lot of teams.
They got games in hand. They got games in hand. They got games. And they got games.
By the way, the only thing that makes me want to fight people more than that comment is Solana and that damn cheeseburger picture.
The Marlins got the Angels tonight. 6:40 first pitch. Sandman on the hill against Noah Syndergaard. Sandman versus Thor. Sounds like a comic book matchup. There you go. And then tomorrow it's Trevor Rogers against Shohei Ohtani. So some fun games. Little short 2-game set for your fish before they go back and have another series against the New York Mets.
Now is Shohei their ace?
No, he's not their ace, but he's been very good this year.
Yes, he's been very good. That's why I asked.
Yeah, he's been very good this year.
If the playoffs were to start now, they'd make sure he gets 2 starts, right?
Crazy. Yes, J-Fig. Are you working now? Is the thing muted, unmuted? I see. It seems like you're working.
I'm better now. Yes. I apologize for that.
No problem. So we have deduced Bam is in England.
I mean, I think so.
I think so too. I'm scared.
Beat me to it. That's exactly what it reminded me of. Words means words.
Yeah.
When you said.
But you start off with a comment, and I'm telling you, your mouth is on COVID, your brain sends down the message, and it gets jumbled up, and that's what happens.
I was very scared. I was like, because I didn't know what do the license plates look like in Canada? Maybe he was in Canada.
Both flags were up, so yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know. Maybe
some of those countries they put like 4 letters in black, no pictures, no nothing.
I think the Queen of England is the hint. Like, why would he take a picture of the Queen of England?
Why was there a Canadian?
He actually just posted 3 minutes ago again.
Did he really?
What did he say?
What did he post?
What if he said, yes, Tobin, I'm in England?
Do you think I should just ask him on? Do you think you'd answer on social media if I just asked, "Hey, Bam, are you in England?"
Yeah. I mean, you guys are boys.
He believes you're a real one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, look at this. All right, it's a salt and pepper. Then it's just a road. But it does look like people are driving on the other side of the road.
Oh, they don't do that in Canada, right? It's not a Canadian
thing. Oh,
Oh,
you know what? No, I think he's at Wimbledon.
Was it Jamaica?
No, I see.
That's terrifying.
The architecture looks like it has to be England.
Oh, no, he's doing architecture, right?
He's in Wimbledon. That's where he is at. So he's definitely in England.
Wimbledon.
Hey, welcome on, Bam, man. We're gonna play a little bit of tennis match there, love.
Seems like that's like a country person.
If he's sitting in the front, he blocking all those little people, right?
Yeah. I can't see, love.
I wonder if they put him in a box.
Got a tall bloke here.
Do they have boxes at Wimbledon? Do they have like the?
Oh, I think it's all boxes, dude. I think that's how they sit there.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
He's posting literally everything he sees.
He should. See the world.
Maybe he's never been to England before, and so he's impressed. So he's letting his people know. Let his people see what I see.
It's good to meet you, Mr. Adebayo.
I'm surprised he didn't send the real winner a selfie.
You want some crumpets?
Jeez, you think they just offer crumpets?
You know what else they don't? Hey, you know what else they don't use over there?
What?
Ice.
Oh,
what?
Yeah. Like,
wait, what?
Cold. They drink their beer warm.
Every beverage is warm.
It's gross, dude. It's gross.
I'm rethinking ever.
You know what?
Room temperature beer always.
Your country can kick rocks if you don't use ice.
That's one of the strongest takes I've ever heard from you, Leroy. I agree.
Oh, how about
you imagine you go to country, you have food, you have a big old fat cheeseburger or whatever, and you want to wash it down, and they give you a warm Coke?
Whoa, how about this? So, Bam, NBA UK just tweeted out 3 hours ago. Guess which NBA player's in London? And it's that video the tweeter sent to me with cut off his head. And they just posted 20 minutes ago. Ooh. Bam Adebayo shooting threes in the gym.
Ooh.
Well, they actually don't even show him, but I know who that is. I know that stroke anywhere. And guess what? He's
By
shooting.
his hands or fingers? Is that what you were saying?
No, I know the silhouette, J-Fig. I got that shot down. And guess what, J-Fig? My man is shooting it from downtown.
Dang.
He is lighting it up. Listen, let me tell you something right now.
Uh-oh.
If Bam learns to shoot threes in England,
Mm-hmm.
this is going to be the greatest trip to England in the history of America.
Wow. Okay. Well, long history between us.
No. This is the greatest one, though.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Point for Tweeter.
He could always shoot. The problem isn't whether he could shoot. The problem is will he shoot?
He better. Don't go to Bam. Let me tell you something right now.
Hey,
I don't call him out a lot.
You call everybody out.
Bam. Don't shoot threes in England and don't come back here and don't shoot threes.
But here's the deal. Can we just chalk Bam's career up to this point growth? Like he's building to get to a certain place. And you think about all the players that have kind of gotten into their prime. It's like 26, 27. So why are we looking at Bam like he's supposed to be there now?
What you need there, Mr. Adebayo? You got a guy's got a place where I can shoot. Shoot what? Shoot some ducks? Go foxing? No, basketball, man. Basketball? What's that, love? Shoot the ball in the hoop. Oh, we got a place for that. We had John Amici here one time. The beach.
And the reason why you do the pre-word whine. Nobody talks like that. Nobody.
Bam. Don't you shoot threes in England and come back here and don't shoot threes.
Shepherd's pie out of body.
I'm telling Leroy, I'm telling him right now. Don't go to England and shoot threes. You come back here, you don't shoot threes. Okay? England doesn't get your 3-point shot. We do. Okay?
Practice, though.
No, Leroy? Bam? Don't go to England and shoot threes. You come back here, you don't shoot threes. I won't have it. I won't have it.
Look at you.
Always
You're
Bam.
next.
Yeah.
You're on notice.